All right, here we are today. We're going to go through a travel upper body workout for the road warriors out there. It's going to focus on push and pull with an emphasis on pull type movements to make sure that the back of the shoulders are taken care of, because we spend a lot of time forward driving in planes, trains, and automobiles. Nonetheless, let's get started with a really good warm-up. You can always bird dog and cat-cow. That's going to be a standard all the time, but a really good focused upper body warm-up is going to be what I call a 4-point press. You're going to raise those arms up. Upper arm's going to be parallel to the ground. Forearms come all the way together. Pinch the shoulder blades together. Press those arms up overhead. Bring them back down and in front of you. Here's the side view. Shoulder blades pinch back, arms press overhead, and just like that. So the 4-point comes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to go for 15 or 20 of these. And if you feel confident, you can bump the tempo and go a little bit faster. Important that you're really focusing on pinching the shoulder blades together and not shrugging here at the neck, right? The shoulders are down and back, forearms together, forearms out, overhead, back in, just like that. So we've got our 4-point press. Arms come down, shake them out just a little bit. The next thing you're going to do is a row to external rotation. That's for our rotator cuffs to wake them up. And again, keep our focus on the back side of the shoulder. So from here, you reach forward, sort of straight out ahead of you. Pull to about your thumbs even with your pecs. Hands up like this, back down and in front of you. Okay, you can add one more piece to the movement where you go overhead. That would be optional though. So we're pull back, pinch the shoulder blades, arms up. Think of a letter W from your fingertip to your head to your fingertip, and then back out ahead of you. So row, W. Okay? Row, W. You're going to complete 20 of those. All right? And then the next thing you're going to do is old school arm circles. Everybody who did gym class has done these before. So you go small circles, start forward. Okay, we're going to do 15, and every 2 or 3, you're going to get a little bit bigger with that range of motion. Okay, so I'm at 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm as big as I can. 11, slow it down. 12, 13, 14, and 15. Perfect. Then you're going to go backwards. Okay, so start small. Every 2, get a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. Okay, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and perfect. Those shoulders should be ready for what's coming next. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to get 2 medium weight dumbbells. So if you're new to the workout, it's going to be maybe 10 to 15 pounds. If you've been working out with dumbbells for a while, you're going to go upwards of 25 or 30 pounds. This is a combination movement. Remember to always pick weights up safely so we don't bend at the mid-back or the back. We always either squat down or hinge forward. So this is a combo movement. It's a bicep curl, overhead press, and return back to the start. If you feel like you need a little bit more stability, you're going to put one foot back behind you, but always keep the weight forward and evenly distributed. So you're not putting all that weight on the front foot and you're not putting all that weight back. So once again, we've got bicep curl. Notice it's a hammer curl, not a traditional curl. Bicep curl, overhead press, and back down. That's going to be a set of 8 to 12. Focusing on 12 if you're a beginner, and going up in weight and down in reps if you've been doing this for a while. Okay, so just like that. You're going to complete that. Then the next thing you're going to go ahead and do is what's called a bent over row. So it's a double arm bent over row. So we're here. Remember, we're hinging. How do we hinge? We keep our knees soft, our glutes and our hamstrings engaged. We're upright, focusing on good posture, and then hinging at the hips and at the waist. Once we are here, we're pulling, pinching the shoulder blades, then extending those arms back down. Try not to stand up taller as the set goes on. That's going to happen as you fatigue, but always reset to be about 45 degrees or closer to the ground. So you're here, row, pinch the shoulder blades, extend back down. Row, pinch the shoulder blades, extend back down. We're going to go ahead and do 8 to 12 of these as well. 12 if you're new, 8 if you've been doing it for a while. Okay? So, important, this first set, okay, we're going to do it what's called superset format, which is 2 exercises back to back. We've got bicep curl, overhead press for 12. Then we're immediately going to go over to that bent over row here, pull, and back down for 12. Put the weights down, we're going to rest for 60 to 90 seconds, and then we're going to go ahead and repeat that for 2 to 3 sets, okay? So that's your first, we'll say, circuit. Bicep curl, overhead press, bent over row. The next thing we're going to do is going to get us on the floor for one exercise and then back up for another exercise. You are going to go ahead and need a lighter set of dumbbells at this point, okay? So what we're going to do right now is called a floor press and then a dumbbell reverse fly, okay? So the floor press, you take about the same weights that you used in that bent over row, maybe slightly lighter would be okay, or slightly heavier if you feel more confident. And you're going to sit down onto a mat, okay? You're going to bring the weights up into this press position. So that's going to be where those elbows are 45 degrees from the torso. We don't want our arms all the way up here. We definitely don't want our arms all the way in here. We want to keep it nice and neutral right there in the middle. So my arms right at this point are resting on the ground. From here, I'm going to connect my feet to the floor, tuck the hips, glutes and abs are engaged to create a solid base. Just because I'm not using my legs or doing a leg exercise doesn't mean it can't stay engaged. From here, you just simply press up to the sky, and then come on back down. You never come all the way down to where it boom, clunks down. It's always a slow, smooth, controlled touch to the bottom, and then another solid lift back up to the top. Okay, there's no perfect orientation for where those dumbbells want to be. If you're comfortable keeping them in the same orientation, that's fine. As long as you're not doing something different on one side. You're not letting this arm turn this way and this arm turn this way. You're keeping everything symmetrical, okay? So we're here, and then we're back down. So this is, again, 8 to 12, right? So when you finish this exercise, especially when you're by yourself, if you're getting real tired, you're going to bring those arms down, and then you just let them go that way, okay? Don't let them go overhead, and certainly don't let them come down on top of you. All right, so now you're up. We're going to get to the back of the arms again, and this is where we get into that bent over reverse dumbbell fly. So we're here, arms hang out. It's the same or a very similar position to what you did with that row, except now you're going to turn your hands, pinch the shoulder blades, extend those arms, and come back down. So from the front, we're here, we're forward, so we're up, then we hinge forward, turn those hands, send those arms back, and come on back down. Important where your head and neck is in this. We don't want to see this. We don't want to see a lot of pressure to the neck. See all that odd angle that we're getting on the neck? Keep that head and neck neutral. Keep that spine engaged, abs nice and strong. Turn those hands, pinch the shoulder blades together, and come on back down. So you've got 10 to 12 floor presses, 8 to 12 floor presses, then 8 to 12 bent over rear delt flies. Then you're going to rest for 60 to 90 seconds. You're going to repeat that for 2 to 3 sets. Okay, a great finisher to this is always going to be to do some sort of plank circuit. We're going to take the 4 different planks and we're going to put them all together. So we're going to do a regular plank. Everybody knows that. Butt up in the sky, tuck, engage the glutes, drop down. You're going to be here for 15 seconds. Okay, after you get 15 seconds in this regular plank, if you can, just rotate off to one side. Bring that opposite arm up and go 15 seconds in the side. Modification of this plank, bend the bottom leg, drop down a little bit, and then lift from there. 15 seconds there. Then of course you would go 15 seconds the other way. So either here, easier, or here, harder. And then the next one, the most challenging one, is what's called the reverse plank. Feet in that bridge position, legs engaged. Push your hips up high to the sky. Head nice and neutral, and you're going to be there for 15 seconds. You can repeat that at the end of the workout twice to make sure that you're getting a full upper body and ab and core workout. So once again, real quick, we've got to start bicep curl overhead press for 12. Okay? Same weights, bent over row for 12, put them down, rest 60 to 90 seconds, repeat 2 to 3 sets. Then we're on the floor with our heavier weights again. Floor press for 12. Okay? Heavier weights are down. We're up to our smaller weights and we're doing the rear delt fly, bent over rear delt fly with those dumbbells. Okay? And then we're finishing up with a plank circuit. Your number one weapon and piece of equipment when you are traveling is consistency, period. Be consistent with your workouts. Don't let your travel interrupt your results. Andrew, Smart Fitness here in Ocoee. Check us out and come see us. See ya.